I have 5,443 hours in the Crew 2. But what I don't have is every single car in the game. I'm missing 4 cars? How am I gonna have 5,000 hours and miss 4 cars? What? Well, it's not too bad because I'm able to get every single one of those cars within the next few hours.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
The stories I'm gonna have to do in my own time or on stream, so I'm not gonna bore you guys, the video watchers, with them. The Rubicon Huayra I already have. So I'm actually about to go and not only collect the Huayra, but I'm going to get the Rift Edition Summit done. But that won't be every single car in the Crew 2 only. That'll be every single car in the Crew 2 and every single car in the Crew Motorfest. You're not the only one having some problems. Over 5,000 hours, still missing 5 to 6 cars. That's the thing. With the nature of Summit cars and Motorpass cars, which are coming back now, so shouldn't really be a worry. But Summit cars cause the issue of having missed a Summit car, and then you can't get them. In fact, the reason I am able to get all of these cars and this series done like this is because the cars that I missed were all in order. There was just 3 months where I couldn't play the game. So I missed 3 Summit cars, and now those 3 Summit cars have returned. In fact, there's the final one staring me in the face because it's the last car I don't own in Street. Actually, that's a lie. There's also that Malu thing, so I'll get that some other point, alright? Leave me alone. Another moment of silence for the Motorpass man. First he was the live man, then he was the contracts man, then he was the Motorpass man, and now they deported him, chat, and they shut his bus. And I'm the only one who's mad now. But on that note, roll out Summit, and we are about to from 4 cars missing to clearing a HQ mailbox. In fact, the final car that I'm getting right now is pretty interesting because it's actually one of the best cars in Street, which is surprising for a couple of reasons. The main one being it's a muscle car. Muscle cars in this game are, like many games, heavy, boaty, can't make it around turns very well. But this one is actually one of the best in the game if you use manual. Because the issue with muscle cars is they just rev bang. They come up to a speed and they will just zoom and then switch gears. If you play automatic, you don't have to deal with that. But then we got stuff like the Gallardo and the 993, which was insane, and the Countach. And yeah, no, the Rift's not been good for a while. There we go. The Pegani Huayra Rubicon, a car I already own in the Crew Motorfest. I now own in the Crew 2. And there we go. We have only 3 cars remaining, and this is how I'm gonna unlock it. The Summit is pretty basic. It's pretty simple. When I started this 3-part series, there was 3 major vehicles I didn't own. The Rubicon, the Power Track, and the Rift Edition Camaro. First and foremost, I got the Power Track because it came back in the Summit, and then it transferred into the Crew Motorfest. Then I got the Rubicon Edition because it came out as a main stage reward. And finally, doubling back to the same way I got the Power Track, we're unlocking the Rift Edition. Now, I don't know if I've ever owned every single car in the game because I bought every car about exactly 1 year into the game. Then I got Icon 1000 too, and I did miss the Red Fury, so I wouldn't have owned that for at least until it reran. It was the only car I ever didn't get platinum on, and I got it on its second run. And the cars that I missed here, they didn't come out till Summer in Hollywood, which was like, I want to say 4 years into the game, 3 years into the game. And to be fair, around the time that Summer in Hollywood was going on, I only had about 1,500 hours. I really only got truly into this game because of my job. I mean, if I wasn't doing this job right now, I'm currently a qualified accountant. I would be doing accountancy and I would be coming home. Me and Josh would still just sit in a VC every now and then and just go on a game. And every now and then that would be the Crew 2, and we'd be vaguely up to date with the updates. And I'd still do the Summit, but I'd also play just so much other stuff. But now my job is video games, specifically racing games. I kind of have to do this kind of stuff. In fact, I wish I was more spread out, if anything. I wish I had all the cars in Forza, and I cared enough to continue playing that game to that level. I wish I had all the cars in... Do I wish I had all the cars in Need for Speed? Maybe I don't. I'll wait till the next one. I'll wait till a good one. And now, I'm finally gonna own all of these cars. Well, not this thing. This is a Camaro, but I'm not gonna own this Camaro. I'm gonna own a different Camaro. This is the Camaro I'm unlocking. A car that taunts me. Out of all of the 3 that I want, I actually got them in reverse order of wanting them. Because I didn't really care for the power track. I was fine with getting the Rubicon. But this was the one that I was like, I actually really... It sucks without parts on it, clearly. Okay, this thing is supposed to be very good. 1. 2, I'm not used to Crew 2 cars because I keep playing Motorfest. 3, as far as I'm aware, if you really think about it, this video right here is the only video ever of me finishing the Crew. Because I have all the events done in Motorfest. I have all the events done in the Crew too. But what I don't have is all the cars. I get every summit. I've done every skill, but I didn't have all the cars. I've done every photo op in both games, but I didn't have every single car. Now, officially, I will have finished the Crew. After having finished this event, and then cutting forward to when I receive the car and I go play with it in Motorfest, that's it for the game. Well, Motorfest not so much. I'll make a video on the scam that is the last car I technically don't own in Motorfest. Because that thing makes me mad. That thing makes me annoyed. But I might tease that at the end of this video. But for now, I guess like I said, let's finish the Crew Motorfest. And the Crew 2. There we go. Okay, we have got a very dramatic cutscene, but once this crate opens, I now own the Land Rover Defender, which is the 3rd to last car that I need to own for every car in the game. Yes, it took me a while to do this story. And next... And well, many weeks later, I still haven't actually gotten the Malu edition, but I will, don't worry. We are about to finally collect the last car that I do not own in the Crew Motorfest. After I get this, then buy the 2 new SUVs that just came out, get this Basalt edition, and get the Malu edition. I will own every single car across the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest. And there's no turning back now. And we finally have the car I haven't owned the longest of any car in the entire game. Boys, we now own every single car in the Crew. By the way, we own every car now. We finally got... Also, before this is a mess, 1, yes, my camera's new. I'll talk about that later. 2, we own every car in the Crew 2 now. Yeah, that's it, really. We own... that's so satisfying. Every single car. 611 out of 611 cars. In fact, we don't even have the owned or not owned anymore. We did it, boys. We own everything in the Crew 2. Every single car. It only took me 6 years. And then they released Motorfest and just went, Sid, here's all of those cars you don't own, by the way. Lovely. Here's the thing, though. See, I may now have every single car in the Crew 2, but this series, every single car in Motorfest, has kind of been a lie. And I'll explain. But to explain, I'm gonna have to take you boys into Motorfest. Brand Chevrolet, and there is the Camaro Rift Edition, the final car I didn't own. I've had this video cooking for so long. I've upgraded camera, and we're so many weeks past when I unlocked this thing, but I do indeed finally own the Camaro Rift. I own every single car in the game now. In fact, I showed you in the Crew 2, we had all 611 out of 611, something like that. And in the Crew Motorfest, as you can see, just like that, we have 646 out of 647. We'll come back to that on the next episode of every car in the game. For now, let's customize our Camaro Rift Edition. It's taken us long enough. I deserve this, okay? I deserve this. It's been so long. Finally. Oh, that is nice, I will say. What's that, like the Bumblebee? The later movies, at least. That looks interesting, I will say. Oh, whoa. That is very nice. Hang on. What is that based on? Looks really nice. That's a cool, like, what, NASCAR? What do we go with? Oh, that's fun, I suppose. That's a bit of fun. Everyone's doing, like, fake versions of it. That's nice. You know what? It's like the Rift Edition, but with a different split. I've probably already talked about it in this video. I just really wouldn't remember. What sucked most about not owning this car was this thing was the best car in... I might go with that. This was the best car in Street for the longest time. Not in Motorfest, thankfully, but in the Crew 2. I like that. Hang on. And it was one of the ones I bloody missed. We can't change the color of it. That sucks. We don't have vanities that really match the color scheme. Ooh, if we made this thing gold, that would look a lot nicer, I will say. We've got tires there. Tires. We can do anything we want to this car. I bloody own it now. It's my car, all right? No one can take that away from me anymore. If this was the Crew 2 early days, I would have been using that. We can even the Crew 2 reference the car. We're gonna go with... I don't even know what we're gonna go with. I don't have many good yellow tires, apparently. Or at least subtle ones. Hang on. There we go. We're going with those. Smoke. We have a yellow brand new smoke, which is in the theme of Motorfest, which I also... There it is. Nitrous. You know what I wish they did? I wish they did mismatch nitrous too, right? Am I making sense here? Give us mismatched nitros down the side. So if your exhaust's on one side, it's one color, other side, other color, and then that just works. Window tint, that, yeah, nice, sure. Engine swap, American Dream. Topper, I'm gonna say none. I forgot that exists. Just because I forgot it exists. And here it is. The Camaro ZL1 Rift Edition in the Crew Motorfest. I'm probably going to change what it looks like. Is there a Racing Hyper Street 2 Grand Race? Yes, yes. I guess I'll film that when whenever that's an option. The Pegani Huayra Rubicon Edition. The Power Track Edition. And the Chevrolet Camaro Rift Edition. The three cars I hadn't owned in the Crew for the last 3 years, I now own. TCM is so boring? Valid. DJ valid, I dare say. Right, that was dumb. Okay, right. Well, speaking of TCM being boring, actually, no, I'll leave that clip in. Speaking of TCM being boring, I now own every car in the game. Every single car. So what am I supposed to do in the game anymore? It's like, well, I feel like I need to start a Rookie to Icon 1000 already. I'm already done with the game. I own every car. I've finished every event in every playlist. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What was that for? God damn it.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
I've finished every event in the game. I can get any summit platinum easily. They don't add enough playlists for there to be anything to do. I finished the game, not counting the cars I don't own. I 100%ed the game in the first month. At the end of 30 days of the game being out, 31 days, I finished the game. Oh, your mother! Your absolute mother! And now, just 5 months into the game, I own everything. The few cars I had left all returned. I don't know if someone at Ivory Tower was looking out for me, but it is very convenient that there's 3 cars I don't own. And within 2 updates, within the first 2 updates of the Crew Motorfest, I happen to get every single car. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that wasn't gonna go well in any world. What are you doing? Okay, clearly these cars aren't great. Oh my god, the Rubicon kind of sucks. God damn, stop, please. But the Rubicon was the second most hyped one for me. This is one of the ones I actually was looking forward to getting. Because it's a hypercar. It sucks not owning one of the hypercars. People definitely made fun of the fact that I didn't own these things. And this is actually one of the ones that I got in Motorfest instead of getting in the Crew 2. Because most Summit cars were rerunning in Motorfest. But Huayra, before it reran, which I do also own it in the Crew 2, before it reran, it came out as a main stage vehicle. And so I was able to get it with that. And then I own the Pegani Huayra, the second of the cars that I got out of the 3. And well, the first one, well, that wasn't even a car. In fact, I specifically remember when the Power Track released. I actually got kicked out of my house. I moved. Thus, I just wasn't able to play this Summit. That's why I own 3 cars that came back so quickly together, because this was just a month that I couldn't play the game. Like, there was just no way I was able to. I didn't have my PlayStation. I didn't have a PC. I had nothing. Oh, don't ram, don't ram, don't ram. He didn't ram. I will say, for the first one that I finally got, the Power Track, definitely the one I wanted the least. I couldn't care less for the Power Track edition. This thing just sucked. The only thing unique about it is its livery, and then I think some things are orange that aren't on the basic one, that you can't color. But the only thing is the livery. Other than that, this thing sucks as much as any... don't ram, don't ram. Yeah, go wide, go wide. Nice one, nice one. Bolide, more like bleeding skill. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can't do anything. He's quicker than me. Damn it. I'm surprised I'm managing to keep so much in a motorcycle. Oh, I jinxed it! No! God damn it. A vehicle I cared nothing for, and thus I was upset that it was the first one I finally got back, and I was annoyed that it was one of the cars that I missed. The most irrelevant Summit vehicle imaginable, and I missed it. It was the first ever Summit vehicle for racing, which was touring car at the time, so that was nice, I suppose. It was the introduction of bikes into touring car. And it also remains an inside joke between me and Josh and the Power Track 2 edition, which was made for a video made very, very long ago. Whoa! That was attempted murder! Oh, clean, clean, clean. And they told me, well, and I told me bikes were bad. Clearly, I didn't know what I was talking about. Don't ram, there's no reason to. There was no reason to! There was no reason to! Why'd you go to the left of the road, huh? Why? Why? Why'd you go to the left of the road? There was no reason to. None. And finally, the car I was waiting for, the car I wanted the most out of all of them, the Camaro Rift Edition. Now this thing is a car I was hyped to get, and with the horns on it too now. Not only, as I mentioned, this thing was the best car in the Crew 2 when it came to handling, when you use wheel and clutch, but it was a Camaro ZL1 Summit car. The ZL1 is the cover car for the Crew 2. Hang on, that's not a shortcut. What is this Ascenza doing? What is it? Is he nuts? I assume he didn't. Wait, 25th. He's 25th and he doesn't realize. Oh, it's someone trying to ram me. That's why he's such a lethal driver. And he doesn't care that he's in 25th right now. I will say, the game is a lot more boring for me now. Not that it wasn't already, but God, I wouldn't mind doing a Rookie to Icon 1000 now. But the thing is, unlike the Crew 2, where's the progression system? I'd have to wait so much longer to do a Rookie to Icon 1000. In the Crew 2, I could play all the Motor Pass updates. I could play all the Summer in Hollywood updates. I could play the Chase update. I could play the main story, the live extremes. I could do the summits. I could do the Mad update. I could do the hobbies. I could do the stories. In Motorfest, I can do the playlists. Or I could do the playlists, and then do the playlists, and then also do the playlists. And then once I'm done with the playlists, I get to do the playlists. And then I can do the main stage. And then I get to go back to doing the playlists. I don't know how I feel about it. But given I care a lot more about gameplay now than I do about cars, given I bloody own them all, I'm a lot more worried about the content style. We just need better playlists, really. We need more advanced playlists. We need way more unique playlists. Maybe a playlist where all of the challenges are a story style thing, you know? Say they don't want to add something completely new, like the Crew 2 used to do. Integrate it. Make it so that there's a playlist and all the challenges are like a hobbies, a stories type. The skills are all mad update style stunt challenges and stuff like that. There is a way they can make playlists more unique, and I hope we get that the same way the Crew 2, by the end of its life cycle, just had like 50 different things everywhere. If you buy the Crew 2 now, you've got about 20 different things in different aspects that you can do. But car collecting is one of those. And I now own every car. Except I don't. I'll see you boys on the next episode. A surprise bonus 4th episode of every car in the game. Thank you to popular members. A special thank you to famous members. And an insane thank you to star members. Downable the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and Extreme Speed. And an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members, HK, and Extreme Speed again. I'll see you boys in the next one in a bit.